Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to all of you who are joining in from Sri Lanka and also from around the world. This is the July monthly town hall of the CoinCeylon Intersect Sri Lanka Hub. So thank you so much for joining here today. We have a guest speaker here with us as well, Jingles. Thank you so much for coming and attending with us today, given that it's fairly late in Singapore as well. So thank you so much for coming. So without further ado, let me get my screen up and we'll get the meeting started out. So this is the July monthly town hall that we are having every last Friday of the month. As you know, we have our town halls. So today's agenda is basically we are going into a little bit about the latest hub updates. And then we have our guest speaker, like I mentioned earlier, founder of MeshSDK and UTXOS, Jingles, who's joining here with us today. And also we will have a few winner spotlights for the UniHack 2025 winners as well, and also the Intersect newsletter updates that will be carried out by Sanja. And at the end, we will have a Q&A session for anyone who has any questions to come on board and talk about it. So in order for us to keep our inclusivity as usual, we will be diving into our updates in both Sinhala and Tamil as well. So to say a few words in Sinhala as well. සුබ සන්ධ්‍යාවක් සියලුම දෙනාට ලංකාවෙන් අද අපේ ජූලි මාසේ ටවුන් හෝල් එකත් එක්ක එකතු වෙන ඔබ සියලු දෙනාව සාදරයෙන් පිළිගන්නවා. ඇත්තටම අද ඉතාමත්ම වැදගත් දවසක්. ඒකට හේතුව අපේ හබ් අප්ඩේට්ස් වලට අමතරව අපිත් එක්ක එකතු වෙලා ඉන්නවා ආරාධිත අමුත්තෙක් විදිහට Jingles. එයා තමයි Mesh SDK සහ UTXO එකේ ෆවුන්ඩර් විදිහට නිර්මාතෘ විදිහට කටයුතු කරන්නේ. ඉතින් එයාගේ විස්තර දැනගන්න පුළුවන් කඩාන තුල එයා කොහොමද දේවල් ගොඩනගන්නේ කියන එක ගැන. ඒ වගේම අපගේ අවසන් වුණ UniHack 2025 blockchain තරඟාවලියේ පළමු තුන් දෙනා පළමු teams තුන highlight section එකක් තියෙනවා. ඉතින් ඒගොල්ලන්ගේ projects මොනවද කළේ, කොහොමද මේ projects ගැන details ටිකක් දැනගන්න පුළුවන් අද අපිට. ඒ වගේම Intersect newsletter updates ගැන අපි කතා කරන්න තියෙනවා මොනවද Intersect එකේ උනේ මේ මාසය ඇතුළත කියලා. අවසානයේදී අපි හැමදාම වගේ Q&A session එකක් තියෙනවා. ඔයගොල්ලන්ට මොන හරි ප්‍රශ්න තියෙනවා නම් ඒ ප්‍රශ්න ගැන අහන්න පුළුවන්. ඉතින් අපගේ දමිළ හලුවන්ට මේ ගැන පොඩි විස්තරයක් කරන්න යදුර්ෂන්.
Yes, thank you Kaminda. வணக்கம் எல்லாருக்கும். ஆடி மாதத்திற்கான CoinCeylon Intersect டவுன் ஹாலுக்கு வந்ததுக்கு மிக்க நன்றி. அப்ப இன்றைக்கு நீங்க நல்லா பாத்தீங்கன்னா எங்களோட சிறப்பு விருந்தினரா Jingles என்ற ஒருத்தர் வந்திருக்கார். அவர் தான் ஃபவுண்டர் ஆஃப் MeshSDK and UTXOல அவர் தான் கண்டுபிடிச்சிருக்கிறார். அதுக்கப்புறம் நாங்க பார்த்தோம்னா அதுக்கு எங்களோட இந்த மாசம் நாங்க எங்களோட blockchain hackathon ஒன்று பண்ணியிருந்தோம் UniHack 2025. அதுல எங்களோட முதல் 3 இடத்தை பிடிச்சாக்கள் அவங்க என்னென்ன பண்ணாங்கன்னு பற்றி எங்களோட பேசுவாங்க. பிறகு அடுத்ததா எங்களோட நியூஸ்லேட்டர் அப்டேட்ஸ் எங்களோட சஞ்சய் வணிகசேர எங்களுக்காக பண்ணி தருவார். பிறகு எப்பயும் போல கடைசியா ஒரு Q&A ஒன்று வச்சிருக்கிறோம். அதாவது நீங்க உங்களுக்கு என்னையாவது பிரச்சனை என்னையாவது இருந்தா நீங்க எங்கள்கிட்ட கேட்கலாம். எஸ், back to you, Kam.
Yeah, so we have a big update actually in terms of the UniHack 2025. It was the first inter-university blockchain hackathon that happened in Sri Lanka, as most of you have already heard. So we had over 225 students across 61 teams, 225 students across 18 universities that registered for this event. And it was quite overwhelming because we did not expect that much of a presence to take place on the first inter-university blockchain hackathon in Sri Lanka. What it actually did give us is the opportunity to see the kind of talent you have in Sri Lanka. And we were really, really blown away by all of the projects that actually came through. And we had the final event at the University of Kelaniya auditorium that included the top 10 finalists, and it was very difficult for us to bring the projects down from the top 60 projects all the way down to top 10. They were really, really good. And every single one of you who took part in it, thank you so much for taking part. Every single one of you are a winner. And I must mention that all of these students that actually took part, all of these projects, they're wonderful projects. Unfortunately, there could only be 3 winners. And we have participants here on the call today from all 3 winning teams, from the top 3 winning teams. So they will be talking later on about their projects a little bit into detail as well. And it was a really good opportunity for the entire Sri Lanka to see the kind of talent you have in the blockchain sector, and kind of also gave us a little bit more motivation in order for us to keep a much larger event later on as well. And obviously, it's a really good thing to have Jingles join us today as well, because one of the stacks that we did promote for this hackathon was Mesh, and a lot of them actually did use it also. So that's actually a very good thing. And I must take this opportunity to thank the University of Caledonia, Faculty of Computing and Technology, and the Center for Data Science and Artificial Intelligence, as well as the Computer Science Society of the University of Caledonia, especially the Dean of the Caledonia University, as well as Dr. Rasika Rajapaksa as well from the University of Caledonia, and all of the judges who joined us, Dr. Kushan Sudhira from the University of Ruhuna. So every single one of you made this event a success. And without me talking too much about the details about it, let's watch the highlight video, and I will talk a little bit about this also in Sinhala as well, and Tamil. As you saw, there was quite a lot of things that took part, happened during that event, and that was the highlight video of that event. And just to say a little bit about this event, I would like to also invite Yadurshan right after I tell a few words about this in Sinhala. May UniHack 2025 කියන තාක්ෂණික සමුළුව බ්ලොක්චේන් තාක්ෂණික සමුළුව ඇත්තටම අපි මේ හැකතෝන් එකක් විදිහට ලංකාවේ ක්‍රියාත්මක වුණේ ප්‍රථම වතාවට. ඉතින් ඒක ගැන ඇත්තටම විස්තරයක් කියනවා නම් අපි හිතුවේ නෑ ලංකාවේ මේ තරම් ටැලන්ට් එකක් බ්ලොක්චේන් තාක්ෂණය තුලින් දකින්න පුළුවන් කියලා. ඇත්තටම අපි රෙජිස්ට්‍රේෂන්ස් ඕපන් කරලා තිබුණේ දවස් 3යි. ඒ දවස් 3ට අපිට මේ යුනිවර්සිටි 18කින් ටීම්ස් 61ක් ළමයි 225ක් විශ්වවිද්‍යාල සිසුන් 225ක් ඒකට රෙජිස්ටර් වුණා. ඉතින් ඇත්තටම අපි ගොඩක් සතුටුයි ඒ තරම් ටැලන්ට් එකක් ලංකාව තුලින් දකින්න. ඉතින් ඒ වගේම අපි කියන්න අවශ්‍යයි මේ වෙලාවේ ඇත්තටම ටීම්ස් 3ක් විතරක් ජයග්‍රහණය කළාට ඒකට සහභාගී වුණ සියලුම දෙනා ජයග්‍රාහකයෝ කියන එක අපි කියන්න අවශ්‍යයි. ඒ වගේම ඕගොල්ලන් ඉදිරියටත් මේ ටෙක්නොලොජි ගැන ඉගෙන ගන්න. මොකද මේ ටෙක්නොලොජි එක ඉස්සරහට ගොඩක් වටින ටෙක්නොලොජි එකක් බවට පත් වෙනවා අනික් ටෙක්නොලොජිස්ුත් එක්ක එකතු වෙලා. ඉතින් ඒ වගේම අපි තව ලොකු හැකතෝන් එකක් ඉදිරියට කරන්න ප්ලෑන් කරගෙන ඉන්නවා. ඉතින් ඒ ගැනත් ඔයගලන්ට විස්තර ඉස්සරහට දැනගන්න පුළුවන් වෙයි. ඉතින් ඒක ජයග්‍රහණය කරපු ටීම්ස් තුනට මම ඇත්තටම කන්ග්‍රැචුලේට් කරනවා. ඒගොල්ලන්ගේ ප්‍රොජෙක්ට්ස් ගැන පොඩ්ඩක් වැඩිපුර විස්තර දැනගන්න පුළුවන් අපි අද මේ ටවුන් හෝල් එක තුලින්. යදුර්ෂන්.
எஸ் தேங்க்யூ காமிந்த அப்போ இன்றைக்கு இந்த மாதம் வந்து எங்களுக்கு வந்து பிளாக்செயின் யூனிஹேக் எங்களோட இது ஈவெண்ட் ஒன்று நடந்தது. அப்போ அதில் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா கிட்டத்தட்ட 18 பல்கலைக்கழகங்களும் 65க்கு மேலதிகமான டீமும் கிட்டத்தட்ட 225 மாணவர்கள் வந்து எங்கள்கிட்ட வந்து பங்கு பெற்றனர். அப்போ அதில் வந்து நீங்கள் பங்கு பெற்றாக்கள்ல வந்து நாங்கள் உண்மையாகவே பெருமைக்குரிய விஷயம் என்னென்னா இவ்வளவு வந்து வெறும் 3 நாள் நாங்கள் திறந்து வச்சதால அதில் வந்து எங்களுக்கு கிடைச்ச பேர் தான். அதுக்கப்புறம் நாங்கள் பேரும் எடுக்கல. அப்போ இந்த ஈவெண்ட்ல வந்து நாங்கள் வந்து இதை வந்து நாங்கள் கெலனியா பல்கலைக்கழகத்தில் நாங்கள் பண்ணியிருந்தோம். அப்போ கெலனியா பல்கலைக்கழகத்தில் நாங்கள் உண்மையாக சொல்ல வேண்டும் வந்த பாட்டி அதில் கடைசி 10 பேருக்கு தான் நாங்கள் அந்த கெலனியா பல்கலைக்கழகத்தில் வந்து எங்களோட இது நடந்தது. அப்போ நாங்கள் உண்மையாக என்ன சொல்லணும்னா வந்து பார்ட்டிசிபேட் பண்ண அவ்வளோ பேருமே உண்மையாக சொல்ல போனால் ஒரு வெற்றி பெற்றவர் தான். ஏண்டா நாங்கள் இப்போ முதல் 3ன்னு சொல்றது தவிர எங்களோட கார்டானோ பிளாக் செயினை எடுத்து முன்னுக்கு கொண்டு போன அவ்வளவு டீமையும் வந்து நாங்கள் உண்மையாகவே பாராட்டணும். உண்மையா சொல்ல போனாண்டா இப்ப அடுத்த வரப்போற இதுல வந்து நாங்க இன்னும் ஒரு பெரிய ஒரு பிளாக் செயின் ஹேக்கத்தான் ஒன்று நாங்கள் பண்ண போறோம். இப்பவே நாங்கள் அதை சொல்லிக் கொள்றோம். முதல் மூன்று டீமும் வின் பண்ண ஆட்கள் வந்து இன்றைக்கு வந்து எங்களோட வந்து அவங்களோட ப்ரொஜெக்டை பற்றி எங்கள்கிட்ட வந்து விளக்குவாங்க. அதையும் நீங்க இந்த டவுன் ஹாலில் வந்து பார்க்கலாம். அவ்வளவுதான் இப்போதைக்கு. எஸ், தேங்க்யூ காவிந்தர். இட்ஸ் பேக் டு யூ.
Thank you, Adrushan. I think we have a full house today. I just got a notification saying we can't admit any more people onto the call. So I guess that's a good thing. Without further ado, I will go into the next agenda item on the call, which just get my screen up. All right. Jingles. So Jingles is the founder of MeshSDK and also UTXOS, and he's been in the space for quite a long time building on Cardano. And there's a lot of development work that he has been doing with a lot of developers around the world as well, and he has a lot of experience in doing this. And as I mentioned before, we've had one of the things that we promoted during our hackathon was the MeshSDK, and a lot of students, university students who actually built it, had really good feedback to give about it as well. So without me going into too much details, if you have been in the Cardano ecosystem, you have already heard about him. So Jingles, the floor is yours.
All right. Hey everyone, and thanks for having me today. Pretty honored to be here, to be honest, and very excited to share with you what we have been working on. So just want to tell you a story, not really a story, but opening. Like, let's dive into the product, right? So like many of us, we all love what UTXO blockchain like Cardano, even Bitcoin promise, right? Like global state, security, transparency. But honestly, every time we try to ship something, we face some problems, right? And one of the problems is wallet onboarding. Wallet onboarding is where your users, the very first step your users have to do is to figure out which wallet to download. There's like over 10 options you can choose from, you know, and that's pretty difficult already by its own. And once they download the wallet, do you remember what's the next thing you need to do? Is to write down the seed phrase, right? There's the 24 character words. You make sure you save it correctly. Super scary. Don't lose it, you know, and things like that. By the time you finish all this, it's about 15 minutes worth of work, right? Figure out which wallet download, writing the seed phrase, rewriting it, typing it back to the computer, and it takes like, if you are good at it, maybe like 5 minutes. You're ultra good, 3 minutes, you know. So that's one big problem I'm trying to solve here. Wallet onboarding. Second problem, once your user managed to go through the pain, right? Download the wallet, deal with the seed phrases, they still need to have ADA or some crypto, whichever chain you're working on, to pay for the network fees, right? And without that, they simply can only do data sign. That is pretty boring. You really want some on-chain transaction things going on. You play with your apps, you know, to collect some airdrops if you are doing one, or to mint some NFTs if you are like providing a vending machine for fun for some good reason. So transaction sponsorship is literally non-existent. So these two are our very first thing that we are tackling, and I want to show you how we can solve that. All right. With a working demo, how about that? All right, let's hope it works. Let's see. And I've already deleted my wallet, so it feels like we are starting from scratch here. So I don't know what will break, but let's see. So this is the website, UTXOS, pretty nice .dev. You can check it out. Currently it's in closed beta, so that means like a few of the pilot projects are actually using it to test and onboard their users. You can see there's a bunch of logos. We are pre-product market fit, but it's so nice that we have a bunch of excited companies here willing to jump onto the wagon and, you know, try and break it with us, you know. So that's the thing we are trying to do here. And the very first thing we are providing is wallet as a service. The second is transaction sponsorship. So let me show you how it works with a demo. So this is a demo that I vibe coded over like 10 minutes or less even. super good. And that's not the magic part. The magic part is the connect wallet button that uses our infrastructure. And later I'll show you with just a few lines of code, you can get this running. All right, everyone is okay, right? Because I can't see your screen and everything. I just want to make sure that, okay, I saw Kavita nodding it, so it's good. All right, so let's start with the demo. So as I said, your users have no wallet, no wallets here. You can see my extension. There's only an ad blocker here. That's it. Connect wallet. This window pop up. All right, it's a local host, doesn't matter, but it's any website is fine. Mesh wallet, got to change the name, no worries. But here you are given an option. There are 4 options here. You can log in with your Apple, Google, Discord, or Twitter. This should be able to cover majority of the market. Good for us. So I choose Discord for fun. Ask for permission. I authorize my user to use my Discord to create an account. And I'm brought to the create your wallet page. Creating a wallet just need 3 questions, a recovery question, a recovery answer, and a spending password. So let's say favorite number, maybe my favorite number is 1, 2, 3, 4, pretty boring, and then a spending password. Create. And that's it. This is all you need for your users to interact with your system. That's all, right? How seamless, right? Now the person is already logged in, right? The wallet is connected. This is the address. I only took the last 10 characters, but it is real. And then there's a transaction that I created here. Claim your NFTs, airdrop, or like if it's book.io, remember like that time Aiken CF was giving away Aiken book, you know? So things like that can be happening where you build a transaction and this is a new wallet with 0 ADA in it. You don't need to go to Binance or crypto.com or whatever to buy and do your KYC transfer. Remember your first crypto transaction, how scary it is? Yeah, you don't need to do that. There's a bug right now. I'm not too sure why it's not showing on the screen, but the point is I can type my spending password and transaction sponsorship is kicked in to pay for my minting fees, for example, here in this use case. It could be other use case. And for some reason, if you forget your password, it's okay. There's a button here, you can click forget password. And when you click forget password, what it does is ask you for your recovery question, 1, 2, 3, 4. I can set a new password, for example, this one. And that's how you recover your password. And if I were to type the right password right now, sign, nice. And this is a real transaction. All right, I can go to pre-prod and wait for 5 minutes later. I can show you that this is indeed a sponsorship transaction minted by a user who just onboarded onto your platform. So I just want to pause for now. How's everybody feeling? Let me see your face. Okay, smiley face, good. All right, nobody sleeping yet. All right, so this is UTXOS. What you see is very seamless onboarding with wallet as service, and you get self-custody wallet. Right, every user you get self-custody wallet. I don't know your seed phrase. Neither to the developer. When you think about the developer, who is that? Which is this app. This app will not know how to sign your transaction, will not be able to steal your thing. And also the good thing is, our goal here is to onboard users. And hopefully they learn about blockchain over time. Definitely we don't want them, the first lesson to be, what is blockchain? I don't want that kind of lesson, but I want them to have a good experience. I want them seamless onboarding, get a feeling like, oh, I own some NFT, that sounds cool. Let's figure out more after that. Because when you learn how to drive a car, I don't know, like, do your instructor says like, oh, let's check out the engine, let's study how the mechanics and the horsepower and how things combust and things like that. Nobody cares about that. People care about driving. We take the car key, we start the engine, we turn on the AC, and then we step the pedal. That is good experience, right? You step the pedal, the car moves. So that is the kind of experience we are trying to do here. You experience how blockchain works seamlessly. And when the person is ready to understand more, he's curious enough, this person will be like, oh, how can I make it even more secure? Can I extract this wallet that I just created to become even more self-custody? It's already self-custody, but now I learned that there's like Lace wallet, Eternal wallet, and all these things. Can I put it there instead? So yeah, but that will be like maybe 3 days later kind of thing, when they are kind of like, they felt ready about it, then they can actually extract the mnemonic from the wallet here to the Lace wallet or whatever it is, right? So let's refresh and see if it's working. There you go. This is a transaction. And then basically he minted a token here. This is a minting transaction with some metadata, very boring metadata. Collateral is being created as well in the sponsorship. It also helps you fill in the collateral in case you are using smart contract. And here, this guy is the sponsor, the developer who's sponsoring. And then if you see end with 0, this end with 0, he's getting back his change, but the end user is getting an NFT with an attached UTXO. So this UTXO has been sponsoring the user. So pretty cool. All right. A bit technical stuff, but not too much, because details, we don't need to go too much, but I want to show you how it's being used, how easy to integrate. Step 1, install an NPM package. Step 2, these few lines of code. That's all. That's all. All right, so what is these lines of code telling you? All right, very simple. First, which network? Bootstrap provider, if you are dealing with like a signing TX, that kind of stuff. But if you don't even deal with sign TX, you just want to onboard, you just want to use data sign, you don't even need provider. You just need network and project ID, that's all. So project ID is something that you can get from our dashboard, all right? So these are the kind of required field. Provider is not required, but good to have. And then all you need to do is web3.enable options. Then you get a wallet. What is this wallet? This wallet is CIP30 compatible wallet. Basically, this wallet is exactly as this wallet here. So it gives you all these functions. You want get UTXOs, you want get change address, get balance, sign TX, sign data, everything here is that wallet, this wallet. So you can wallet.sign TX, all right? So there's an example here. There's a long example down here. You can see how it looks like. After I enable it, you get a wallet. I built a classic transaction here, and then I have an unsigned TX. What do you want to do with the unsigned TX? Sign TX. That's all. The syntax feels very, not too scary, right? So I also want to dive into, you might be curious, like how it works. What's the magic, right? How it works. Important is self-custody. How do we do that? We do that by splitting the keys. So you can see the iframe actually pop up, and that's for security reason. The security reason is the iframe is open source, means anyone can check out what's going on in iframe. And when we create some keys, it's being created in your device, the user's device, and is being broken up into 3 parts on the user's device and encrypted in a different ways and stored in the different places. Everything happens on the user's device. So before it gets into anywhere else, it's already encrypted and split apart. So what are the few parts? Device share. Device share is stored on the user's computer. It's stored on the Chrome or whichever browser you're using, the local storage. And it's encrypted with the spending password. Why do we do that? Because you don't want someone to come to your computer and press sign TX and everything without password. So we even encrypted the device share so that someone who is in front of your computer will not be able to spend on your wallet. So that's the reason why. Off share, you see we use all the different social login providers. So those are used to encrypt and store on our device, on our server. So without a valid JWT token, that means without logging in with somebody's correct social login, then that particular role will not be able to extract. So that is secured by your social login. And then the last one, this will be improved. Currently, I don't really like it, but it's encrypted using just your recovery answer. I have some plans on making it even better, but so far, this setup is already very good. So how does it work? We need 2 out of 3 key shares to make a signature. So by default, 1 and 2 are used to make a signature, because when you have the login and you have a device share on your device, these two can create the key and do the signing on your device. But one fine day, if you lose your computer or you change to another device, and in fact, I also always test it on my phone. My phone works as well. So whenever you change device or you lose your device, what happens? You need these two. You need to log in with the correct social account, and our recovery share will come in, and you need to type in the correct spending recovery answer. So with these two, then you can regenerate all keys and then split again and encrypt them again and then store in the different places. So that's the magic. This is nothing new, honestly. It's inspired by multiple EVM solution. What we are doing here is to bring what works on EVM, right? Why EVM is succeeding in onboarding and everything, because they have tools like this. And here we are building for Cardano and Bitcoin. So if you come to our demo page, you can see that there's Cardano, there's Bitcoin. And for example, if I want to open my wallet, all right, get address, same thing will happen. I'm already logged in. So you can see here, BC, Bitcoin. Here's my Bitcoin address. Testnet, there's a T in front. So that's the idea, where we want to onboard seamlessly on Cardano and Bitcoin. And I want to show you on the roadmap before I close the thing. By the way, sponsorship is also here if you are very keen to check it out. It's also not so scary at all. Why not? This is even more exciting. Why not just go a quick one? Define an SDK, build your transaction however you like. This you can use Go, this is mesh code, but you can use Go, Rust, anything, any language. But the point is, at the end of the day, I want to have a transaction CBOR. With a transaction CBOR, you just need to call this function. SDK sponsorship, sponsor TX. What's your sponsorship ID, which you can get from our dashboard? And this is a TX CBOR. This will return you a sponsored TX CBOR, which you can sign and submit. Done. Not difficult, right? This bunch of codes, yeah. That's how seamless it is to use it. Yeah. So roadmap. Want to excite you guys a bit on the roadmap, what we are thinking about as well before kind of done. Wallet as service is done. Transaction sponsorship is heavily on testing right now. What we want to move on to is stablecoin on ramp, off ramp. So what we talk about that is how we can allow people to connect to their bank account, depend on geography, all right? This is all very legal stuff. PayPal, Stripe, Apple Pay, whatever it is, all these on-ramp depend on geographic, where you are, who is the provider we are looking for, that will slowly open up, and it depends on the customer needs. Then from there, we can onboard USDC. So our wallet as a service has a USDC wallet for one of the chain. We're thinking maybe Base, maybe Polygon. We don't know yet. But the point is, from this, we can swap USDA and USDM to come to crypto world, come to a Cardano native stablecoin world. So that is our aim from Stripe to USDA, USDM on-ramp. Same as off-ramp, the other way around. So that's our stablecoin. Next is scaling solution. Scaling solution, you can think like from your business perspective. If you are a business owner, you want to sponsor transaction, you feel like expensive, it's all right. If you go for our scaling solution, we're going to open 30-minute window. Every 30-minute window is one window of Hydra session. So all your transaction is happening on Hydra layer 2. You submit all you want, right? TPS is crazy on Hydra. And you only close at the 30th minute. So at the 30th minute, we will need to RPC your server to say, hey, you time to close, sign the transaction. Okay, sign. So all these transactions gonna be concatenated into one transaction and go to mainnet. So you're gonna save, if your throughput is pretty high, scaling is definitely something that we are thinking about. more interestingly, this one as well, multi-chain. There's a lot of buzzword of Bitcoin, DeFi, UTXO bros, that kind of stuff. Definitely, with our partners, Free Tokens and Sundial, we are working on the R&D. This is very a bit smoky right now, but keep fingers crossed, we might be able to see something happen on testnet. And when that happens, we want to be the go-to-market channel, because what Sundial is working and Free Tokens are working is very protocol level. It's for nerds, it's for developers who know how to hack stuff. Here we are trying to package it a bit more user-friendly, and our end user will be able to appreciate things like Babel fees, cross-chain. You can use your Hosky token if it has some value to pay for transaction fees of your Bitcoin transaction. So that is like a dream state, right? Dream state far away, but exciting, definitely. Compliance engine, just want to touch a little bit, is all about, we are working with Checkpoint. Imagine you are a business, you can proudly say that every of your users, no money laundering activities is happening, no vector attacks are happening on the users because of by Checkpoint security, and of course the standard SOC security, cyber security checks and all these things. So that's the roadmap. Pretty heavy, but currently we just take step by step. We're just going to do 1 and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Everything is not in order. It's just like a list of things, right? There's no, we cannot promise you stable coin will be next one. So we just want to roll out this and then see what everyone feels. So far, we have quite a few good pilots who are pretty happy with. One is FC Barcelona. Yeah, we are testing it with them, definitely. And then Socials is definitely high on the team, and Syngenta and Montana as well. So, yep, some friends are hacking it with us. So that's all. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Jingles. I think that was very informative as well. And for those of you who is coming in late, please do go check out MeshSDK as well, and look at the kind of things that they've been doing. And also, if you have any questions, since we have a little bit more presentations also to go on, please do put your questions on the chat if you have anything. At the end, we will have a Q&A session, so you can come up on stage and ask in person if you have any questions. But in the meantime, if you do have any questions, please do put them out, and I'm sure Jingles will be able to answer them as well. Thank you so much, Jingles, for taking the time to go through it, and that's some really great stuff. And I know we've been talking about a lot of these things in person as well, and I think it's going to go a long way. So I think for Sri Lanka, what we can say is you're going to see a little bit more of Jingles also in the coming months, hopefully. So let's see. And so we'll move on to the rest of the agenda for today. Let me just get my screen up. Give me a minute. All right. Sorry. Okay. We have the number 3 team, but they've actually just got in touch with us saying that they have been having some technical difficulties, so they will not be able to join the town hall, unfortunately, but we will probably give them a chance on the next town hall to present as well. So they were Team Blockstars, which built a supply chain product, which is really great. So if they do join in the middle, we will give them a chance to present. Until they do join, we will go into the team that got the number 2 place, which is Team Pacey. They won the 2nd place with a very interesting project related to certification and diploma certification and things like that. So I think Praveen from Team Pacey is joining here with us today. So Praveen, the floor is all yours.
Thank you, Kavinda. Hello, everyone. I'm Praveen from Team Pacey. Today, I'm excited to share the project Setara. As we see in the recent days, there are some problems causing the issues in Sri Lanka. The first main problem is increasing the number of forged certificates, which make it hard to trust the authenticity of the academics documents. Second one, there is a delay and the slow process in transcript and degree verification often take view to use slow and the manual process. And the third one is the entire verification system is outdated and uncoordinated. leading in efficiency and delays. So we came up with a solution, Setara. So Setara is a Cardano-based blockchain-based platform to tamper for the tamper-proof digital certificates. It enables the instant secure verification of transcript and decrease and eliminate the delays. Setara reduce the paperwork, errors, and admin burden institution for the employees. These are the technology stacks we used. We used Next.js with Tailwind CSS for the front end and the back end. And blockchain integration is powered by MeshSDK and the Aiken smart contract on the Cardano network. And the MongoDB and the Blockforce API handle the data storage and the blockchain integrations. So let me walk through the application. So in the sign up is public sign up page is not publicly available. So it's handled by the admins. So the entire registration process by filling out the sign up form behalf of the verified university or organization for ensuring the legitimate entities to gain access. After the registration is complete, the admin will receive a mail like this. You can see in the window. So they can use the temporary password for the login, and after that they can update it. So after the successful login, they'll get this home page as shown here. So they can in here they can click the connect wallet button and connect their wallet. After that, the first step is after connecting the wallet, which is required to create the certificate from the page. Users can create new certificates or design templates and the view student records in the blue, green buttons and the black one. Finally, after that, the creating template, the user can enter the name of the degree and the course. This opens a template editor where the design and the details can be customized as required. Let's watch a quick video demo of the application. Users can upload the background image and arrange text fields, and as a use the drag and drop option to save the customized template. After that, they can click the create certificate button and select the degree. The user need to input the relevant details of the student and submit the transaction. Once that done, user asked to confirm the submit button and wallet password. Upon the successful transaction, the QR code will be generated after this process. Then user can select the QR code and place it in the certificate before exporting the certificate. So when they scan the certificate, when the verifier scan the QR code, it will automatically redirect to the verification page. Then the certificate template display as a blockchain stored data for validation. There's also an option to redirect the Cardano scan. Verifiers can copy the wallet address to search under registration organization to confirm the certificate's authenticity. That's all about Setara. Thank you for listening.
Thank you so much, Praveen, for just running through your product as well. And it was really great that you guys managed to build these things within a very short time period. I think you had just less than 2 weeks to actually get it up and running. So it's really good that you guys have gotten a working product for the hackathon as well. So congratulations on that. And having said that, now let me just get my screen up again. Next, we have winners from the UniHack 2025 blockchain hackathon, which was the team Vertex from University of California. So that was a really interesting project that was built as well. So without me going into too much details about it, I will let the team member from Vertex, Pavan, the floor is all yours.
Yeah, thank you, Kavin. Hope I'm audible and visible.
Yes.
Yeah, okay, let me share my screen. Okay, guys, hello, everyone. We are Team Vertex from University of California, and actually, it's a privilege to present our project at a monthly town hall meeting, meeting the Cardano Intersect Sri Lanka with CoinCeylon. So today I'm going to introduce our project which is LoRa, AI-based legal contract management systems powered by Cardano blockchain. And let's go to it without further ado. Okay, guys. So let's be addressing the core problems we are solving is a legal agreement. So today in legal contracts, is slow, expensive, and often confusing. So most people have to rely on intermediaries just through a piles of paperwork and also like pay high fees for this. So that's why we decided to build an end-to-end system which help users to do this system without these technical burdens and all the hard stuff, right? So we choose so this is our problems that we are tackling. The legal contract process are often slow, expensive, and filled with paperwork. So involve multiple intermediaries, as I mentioned here, and there may be a risk of lost documents, tampered with, or forged. So there's no real-time visibility into these who signed or when they sign the contracts. And also these legal services remain costly and inaccessible, especially the countries like Sri Lanka. So we use Cardano blockchain to develop our system. So why we choose Cardano? So especially the Cardano blockchain, so because it fundamentally redefines and the way legal agreements can be managed. So blockchain, actually Cardano provides immutability once a contract is recorded. It cannot be altered or tampered with, and also it gives us transparency for every action, every sign-in, and visible and verifiable by all parties. So because of these kind of features, we choose Cardano as the main blockchain that we built on top of this system. So let's talk about how we actually are doing this system, how it works. Before that, let's go to a quick demo how our things work. It's a really simple front end, guys. Just you can come to our platform, just create your account and logging into our systems. Even Jingle mentions, right? So we need to provide this experience to the user that without no technical burdens. So that's why like we are mainly focused on. So in here to validate your wallet address, we take initial payment from you guys. It's a very small thing. Don't worry about it. So we verify the person with the wallet. And this is how our system interactive dashboard. In the top of right corner, so we have this new contract thing. So you can see the chatbot thing. I will explain that thing in better details in here. So yeah, that's how it works. Okay, guys, so in here, as you can see, to create a legal agreement, we have two approaches in here. The first one is, if you already have a legal agreement, you just go to our platform, you can upload your legal agreement. So even Jingle mentions to avoid the money laundering, all those stuff, they build on some kind of a thing. So we integrate AI for that. So when you upload a legal agreement, our AI system automatically go through the legal agreement each part by part. Right. So our AI agent will highly train on Sri Lankan legal context. So this AI agent will ensure we are not doing any fraudulent transaction on the blockchain. This is a one part we are doing using our AI system. So this is how it works. Actually, it's really simple to interact with. I'm not going to explain it like detail by detail. So the site is already hosted. You guys can use it and test it by your own at the final. I will show you the link. Okay, so this is a legal agreement. So you can invite to the other parties to come to our platform and sign your legal agreement. We generate a special hash, as you can see, to verify the originality of the document. Then any party can verify it, which is the real one. Then this is how it happens, guys. Okay, so the real magic behind the scenes is happening in our smart contract. So actually we create all like the entire business logic into the Aiken based Pluto script. So this is what executing in a Cardano blockchain. So this is actually listening. So every party will verify it and sign the contract. After that only we are minting that data into the blockchain. And in here, we use something very similar, like very unique thing. So this UTXO. So this is very unique for the Cardano blockchain. This is like unspent transactions. We need to ensure that the entire audit trail of these partial signatures also on the blockchain. We are not storing anything from the off-chain. So that's why we use this UTXO to ensure the entire audit trail is visible on the blockchain. Okay, guys. The next is a very unique feature that we are introducing from our platform. So before that, I want to mention, so even Jingle mentions as a Cardano community to group the community. We need to give a system for the user that they can interact with from what they have, right? So even if you develop a blockchain application on Cardano, even for developers also, we need to learn Plutus, Aiken, and Haskell, right? Not everyone knows about these technologies. Especially, let's talk about the customers who are onboarding to our platform. So a lot of them are not technical people. So we cannot redirect them to Cardano scan to verify their transactions, right? Track their audit trail, how the things work and how their transactions work. So that's why we build this powerful AI agentic system, which can collaborate, actually, which can communicate with a Cardano core network, right? So it can pull the data from this Cardano network and show to the user in an easy way. For example, so this is a demo how it works. So the users can ask any questions related to their transactions. As you can see in the top right corner, automatically MeshSDK we use to capture the wallet address of the user, then pass it to the AI agent. AI agent has this capability to connect with the MeshJS as well, and also the BlockFrost API. So you like as a customer or as the user, you just need to come to our platform and just ask the simple question from their natural language. So our AI agent will understand everything. So it has this capability understanding of how the Cardano blockchain works, how the addresses store and how the address structure and the hash structure, CBOR structure, everything. So you can just simply chat with our bot, AI bot. Actually, it's like a chat template. So behind the scenes, we are running an entire AI agentic system, which can collaborate with MeshJS SDK and as well as the BlockFrost API to pull the data and show it to the users. So this is what we think the future of the blockchain, because as Jingle mentioned, there's two problems, right? The wallet onboarding process, right? This is one problem. So in when we develop this system also, we want to focus on how we make a system that the users can easily interact with Cardano. So one thing was like checking their transaction details. So that's why we built this AI system. I think since he mentioned that the wallet as a service, it's a really good one. I think that's one of the problems we already have, because the technical burden, right? So like we automate everything for the user, but actually there's a technical part when you create a wallet. So in that wallet as a service also, they automate it. It's really simple to use. So now I think this is heading to a right track, and we are in a very bright future in a Cardano blockchain. So thank you very much. So that's our project. So in here, like I mentioned, these are the features of our AI platform. So I will share with, I think, with the CoinCeylon team our presentation. So anyone can go to our presentation and check how we develop these systems. And also these are our teams. And so thank you very much for having me today. And with Team Vertex, anyone could scan this QR and visit to our platform and check it with yourself. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Pawan, and thank you so much for taking in the time to coming in and presenting today. I see you have the CoinCeylon Intersect Sri Lanka Hub T-shirt on as well, so it's great. And having said that, now next up we have, I think since we are running out of time, we're almost coming to the end of the session. We have up next the newsletter updates to go on what exactly has been happening with Intersect. So just to give you guys an update on that, I think we have our community manager, Sanja. The floor is all yours.
Again, welcome guys, and thank you for joining our July town hall. Just because we are short for time and we have a Q&A session up as well, I'll keep this short. So this is the Intersect development updates for July. So starting off, we have the first point, which is the treasury withdrawal actions, which are now on chain. So Cardano governance process has basically reached a new milestone with 38 Intersect submitted proposals moving on to the final voting stage. So what this means is, in order for this to pass, it must secure a 67% supermajority from the DREPs. Also, it needs 5 out of 7 interim constitutional committee members' approval, and the voting date for this ends on the 17th of August, which I believe is, Epoch 576. And moving on to the next point, which is smart contract tooling. So Intersect and its partners have basically developed a robust suite of smart contract infrastructure for governance-based treasury disbursements, right? So the system for this includes smart contracts for milestone-based payments, a dashboard for Intersect to manage treasury release smart contracts, and a analytical dashboard for tracking proposals, payments, vendors, and reporting, etc. And I won't be actually, since we're short for time, I will unfortunately not be translating this in Sinhala. So we'll quickly move on to the next slide, which is coming up to the Civics Committee roadmap. So the Civics Committee roadmap, the Civics Committee has basically laid out its secondary 2025 roadmap, focusing on measuring governance health, building governance education resources, and basically promoting active community participation. So there's basically 2 new working groups being launched in support of this agenda. So these groups will basically explore how Cardano governance can evolve and become more inclusive to everyone. And next up, a bit of an interesting news coming out from the space this week or so is the Cardano card, which was launched by Emargo. So Emargo has basically launched an early access waitlist for the Cardano card, which is a crypto payment solution with key features that include spending ADA, BTC, ETH, and basically earning rewards through staking, lending or borrowing, participating in airdrops and events, and access to cashback and Cardano ecosystem rewards. Moving on to the next slide, which is the upcoming events. I'm pretty sure majority of you know that Rare Evo is a big deal in the Cardano space. So Rare Evo is going to be happening on the 7th of August. I believe some of our team members will also be there for the event, and it's happening in Vegas. So the event basically will focus on basically showcasing things in the ecosystem, including workshops, and basically focusing on community meetups as well. And the next interesting event that we have up is the Intersect Town Hall, which is happening on the 31st of July. So do tune into that as well. So the topics of discussion for that will be treasury proposals, governance tooling, and open source projects. So if you're interested in any of these topics, do keep the date free and the time so you all can basically have a listen to it. And then finally, from our side, it's the Developer Advocate Program, which I mentioned last time as well. The applications are still open for the developer cohort. So the program aims to support developers who are experienced in building on Cardano, contributing to open source projects, and basically someone who can create educational content. Advocates will collaborate directly with the Intersect Open Source Committee and contribute to basically developer outreach and education. So do keep in mind, if anyone's interested, the deadline for this is on 31st of July as well. And that brings us to the end of the updates from the newsletter. So Kavinda, over back to you.
Thank you so much, Sanjay. I think we are lucky today because I think our second, the team that won the second place at the hackathon, sorry, not the second place, the third place of the hackathon, who had technical difficulties, has managed to come on through. So without taking too much time, Sahan, over to you. The team starts.
Okay, Kaminda. Sorry about the delay, guys. So hope you can hear me.
Yes, all good. Please proceed.
Okay. So hello everyone. I'm Sahan on behalf of the team Blockstar. We are the third place winners at the UniHack 2025. So on behalf of my team, I would like to thank you, CoinCeylon, for hosting that wonderful event and also giving us this opportunity to showcase our solution. So let me introduce you to our solution. It is called CMO. So CMO is a product authenticating and verification platform, and it harnesses the power of blockchain to bring Sri Lanka one step closer towards the secure verified product usage. So in our solution, we'll discuss in the later slides, but first I want to ask you a question. Have you ever bought something and thought, is this really genuine? Or have I been scammed? And I want to also tell you that the companies also worry about this. They are constantly worrying that their reputation is going down because of these counterfeits. This is a real world issue. So in our solution, we have built something using the Cardano blockchain. And actually there are two things. For the company side, we have built a tool called CMO tool, which can take product data as a bulk, and the tool can generate unique hashes for each and every product. So once these hashes are being generated, those hashes will come to our servers, and then we can securely place them on the blockchain. And once that part is being done, there's going to be a transaction. So this transaction is going to be used by our CMO tool to generate unique QR code. So the company can then place this unique QR code into their unique product, and the product will go to the consumer. So on the consumer side, as you can see, they will get the product and the QR code, and they just have to scan that code. And they don't have to do sign-ups, no logins, just scan the QR code and they will be provided by a unique link. So just hit this link, you will be brought to our site that is called CMO Web. And in this site, you are going to just hit a single button. Again, no filling anything, typing anything, just hit a button. And after hitting this button, if your product QR holds valid data, it will tell you that this product is a genuine one. Or if it has been used previously, if this is a counterfeit, you are going to see either that this product has been used earlier or straight away that this is a counterfeit. So this is a really high level overview of a product solution. And in the next slides, you are going to see a pre-recorded demo conducted by one of our team member, Ansika. And in the first part, you are going to see how the tool, which will be used by the companies, is going to be used. And the last moment, you are going to see how the actual customer, going to see it. So let me play that video. So I hope you guys can hear the audio. If it's not, let me explain. So in this tool, a company have to upload their product data using a CSV file. So after they upload that to the platform, they can customize the data, and the data will be loaded as JSON. And they can convert this JSON data into the hashes, and only these hashes will be sent to our servers. So once it is sent to our servers handle all the blockchain technological part, and it will provide the company with a set of QR codes. So the company can place those QR codes into their product, and after, as I mentioned earlier, when the consumer scan that thing, they are going to see either one of these results. So in the left side, you are going to see it is a genuine one. In the middle part, you are going to see that this product has been used previously. So there's a history about the product. And in the third part, you are going to see that straight away, this is not genuine. So when building this solution, we had to think about multiple scenarios because we are building this thing to the real world. So one issue was, what if a genuine QR code got duplicated? So that is why we are actually keeping a count. If you saw earlier, you saw that there's going to be a history. So if a user use our platform to verify their product, and that process will keep a log in our server. So if that user or someone else scan that same QR code once again, and that time they will not just see that their product is genuine, they will also see a history about the previous attempts done by other users or the same user to verify that product. And another genuine issue is when adapting this solution to the companies are going to think how much this is going to cost. So in usual sense, if we are placing one item into the blockchain at a one time, that is one transaction, and that will nearly cost about 0.17 EDA. And in Sri Lanka, it is 35 rupees approximately. And in our solution, we are not just placing one item, we are placing a bulk of item in one transaction. So this is, let's say, X number of products. So the company can decide this X, it could be 1,000. So if it is 1,000, the cost of just one transaction will be divided across those 1,000 items. So you guys, I hope you guys can see that this is very cost effective. And the next issue is someone can ask, does using blockchain expose our sensitive data? And again, in our solution, we showed you that even though the company provide product data into the tool will never send those product data to us. It will all generate hashes in the front end side and send only those hashes to us. So even we don't know the details about the product. And even when we are placing those hashes in the blockchain, we are not just placing plain text. We are once again encrypting it. So this way we are ensuring that no data will ever get leaked about the product item. So these are the key benefits that we tried to solve. So no raw data about the product will ever get leaked. And this solution is tamper-proof because we are using the power of blockchain. And also, we are not burdening the customer with too much stuff. They just have to scan a QR code and get the result. That's just it. And for the companies also, they don't have to be very technical to adapt to our solution. We are actually handling the parts, whether they are creating or handling the wallets and all those technical parts. We are actually handling that. The company just have to do simple stuff to get used to our tool. So in conclusion, as I told you earlier, this is a very secure authenticating way to boost the trust of your products by using the power of blockchain, the Cardano blockchain. And I would like to thank you once again, CoinCeylon, for like encouraging us to build this solution, and we built it like within a very short time, and we are actually hoping to improve this in the future also. And once again, thank you, and thank you all for hearing me out.
Thank you, Sahan. And thank you for the wonderful presentation as well, and coming in, even though you guys had technical difficulties joining in. I'm glad that you all managed to come through. So everyone who's joining in who would have missed out on the event on the day, these are the three finalists who actually won the top 3 places at the hackathon. So you can see the kind of work that was put into it. So thank you so much once again for all of you who attended today. So since we're running slightly over time, I will open up the floor. If there's any questions, now is the time for questions and feedback. So I will leave this open for a bit. If you have any questions for any of the projects, or if you have any feedback or any questions for Jingles, who's here. It's pretty late over there in Singapore. So if you do have any questions, please do bring them out right now, and we'll be more than happy to bring you up on stage. So please raise your hand. I saw there were a few questions that came up on the chat. So if you are feeling shy, you are welcome to put the questions on the chat. But if not, if you would like to ask a question in person, you can. Please just raise your hand so we can bring you up on stage. So we'll leave this floor open for about another 2-3 minutes. Yeah. Since on the chat there is something also written in Sinhala, I will just translate it out to Jingles as well. It says Niyama Vedak, thank you, which means this is a great initiative and thank you. So that's basically a thank you note for you, Jingles. So if anyone has any questions, any feedback, now it's the time to do it. I know it's a Friday evening and it's past 9 o'clock here in Sri Lanka. So for me, it's still okay. So I am currently in a much sunnier country, so it's still 6 o'clock here. So I'm good with the time. All right. By the looks of it, I don't think anyone's coming up on stage to ask any questions. If you do, well, you have maybe about a minute and I will close it up. All right, I think there are questions coming up on the chat. So since everyone seems to be feeling pretty shy to ask the questions in person today, that's completely fine. If you do have any more questions, do reach out to us through our socials, or you can reach out directly to the Mesh team as well. The Discord is there. I think the links were also posted by Malik earlier on the chat. So if you do have any questions, please do post them up. Once again, thank you everyone who tuned in today and came for the July town hall. And I would like to take a moment to thank especially Jingles. Thank you so much, Jingles, for coming here and talking about your latest initiatives, as well as doing a live demo as well on the call. So which is really great. And we'd really love to have you come to our town halls as well. And if you're free, please do drop by to our future town halls as well. And I also would like to thank all of the UniHack finalists and the winners who actually came onto this call, and every single one of you who took part in it. Once again, just to let you know, if you are a D-Rep, make sure that you go and vote for the proposals they are currently running. There's 39 of them, and it's going to take a little bit of time to do it. So make sure that you do vote on them. And if you're not a D-Rep, and if you're thinking about it, you can sign up as a D-Rep, or you can go and delegate to one that you think represents your voice. So this is the first time that this is happening on the Cardano ecosystem. So don't forget that you have the opportunity to be a part of the history. So make sure that you do that. And if there are any thing else, oh, I think Malik, I see you raising your hand.
Can you hear me? Yep, perfect. No, I just wanted to add a few more lines to this thing. Personally, wanted to thank Jingles for MeshJS. we were building on Cardano for a very long time, and then things used to be really hard to build on Cardano, and MeshJS, in my opinion, changed the game. And it's really brilliant to have you with us today, and thank you for spending your time with us. And the students, like everybody here, they really appreciate MeshJS. And again, as a developer, I personally really appreciate Mesh. Thank you for creating such a wonderful product.
Thank you, Malik. So with that, we will take the leave for today. So hope everybody has a really good weekend, and we'll see you on the next one. Good night.